everyone had a blessed week. Happy Friday. So today I'm going to go over, basically do a plant update on all the plants I got for June 2019. I think I'm going to start doing that. That way I can see, I generally get them the beginning or the middle of the month. So I just will go over plants that I've gotten in the mail. I believe two of the plants I got in person, and then the others I got in mail. And I have more coming, so I'm so excited. So my collection's getting pretty big. Mainly, I'm getting my Hoya collection and my Sansevieria and Philodendron. I haven't bought any peperomias recently, but there's a few that I do have my eye on, which I'll probably end up having to order online. I really am scared to order peperomias online because their roots are so delicate, but I'm just going to go ahead and give it a try because the ones that I want that I don't have also are rare in there. You have to, order them online, unfortunately. So anyhow, the first one I'm going to go over is my Hoya Bella. Yes, I did repot her and I put her in terracotta. The Hoya Bella, I'm getting to learn her. So she's still alive and I've had her. It's not a full month yet, but she's doing really, really good. She doesn't like to dry completely out like all the other Hoyas, but I'm learning. So I figured the terracotta is good because if she doesn't like to dry completely out, I can, give her more water because I'm sure she can get root rot too if you give her too much water. So I'm learning, I'm just learning from her. I'm sure it'll take me a while. I've got my other Hoyas down to a T, but I'm just learning with her. I've probably lost a few leaves. There was a stem when I got her that was not completely rooted in. So I went ahead and took that out. I probably could have water propagated it, but it was like I just kind of just got rid of it. But I will be propagating her because her leaves are so pretty, and I'm sure I can get a little plant out of her also, which will be fun because I think her leaves are just beautiful. I love how she trails. I'm going to be sitting her pretty soon. I'm going to be getting a hanging rack to hang a lot of my plants on, and then I'm going to actually put her on a bar stool and just let her leaves hang down. But yeah, she's looking good. Her leaves feel good. I did repot her, gave her some real good well draining soil. I just wanted to go ahead and repot her. The pot she was in was good, but I just went ahead and wanted to get in there and just repot her. And I'm going to start doing that. My other Hoyas, they're eventually going to get repotted because they've been in their nursery pots for a while. But with her, I wanted to just go ahead and get her in a pot and get her potted up. And so far, so good. I do have her by my little pullback from a west-facing window on the side, which I have most of my Hoyas because giving them direct sunlight will burn their leaves. But if you put them a little to the side, it's bright indirect light, and they love it. They're growing, they're just doing great. I did put a Job's fertilizer stick in here in her soil, a few of them, and she's doing good. So this is my Hoya Bella. I did get her this month. I did an unboxing for her, so if you want to go ahead and go back and look at the videos, you'll see I did an unboxing for her. So that's Hoya Bella. And she's doing great. All right, next Hoya that I did get this one in person is my Hoya Carry. This is a slow grower, so I'm not looking to get no new leaves. Just like the Hoya Bella, I'll give them time, but they're not dead. So that's the main thing. I repotted her and also put her in terracotta with a bunch of good fast draining soil. I have her a little bit more closer to the window than I have my Bella. She's sitting with all the other, my little 4-inch Hoyas, but she's looking good. I treated her with neem oil because this leaf right here was real damaged, but it hasn't spread any further. So it's looking good. She sits by the window with the window open, so she's getting fresh air. Because they can get those, like, see how she has this black hole, which that's normal in Hoyas. Is just, it needs a lot of air circulation. They need a lot of air circulation, or they will get these the black spots, the little black molds. And then this is just from damage from another leaf, it's looking like, but it hasn't spread. It's still looking good. I'm gonna try to start spraying my Hoyas down with some type of a fertilizer. I just don't know which one yet, but I may end up doing the African violet spray just to try it out. But I may end up making me a spray. I've watched a few different people how they spray the leaves, the foliage, because you can give the foliage some fertilizer and it helps also. So I want to look more into it before I start doing that. But as of now, the neem treatment, she's looking good. None of the leaves have gotten, any more problems that were already had when I first got it. So, and like I said, this is a slow grower anyway. So I'm happy with the 5 leaves it has, and whatever. If I get a leaf a year, I'll be happy. But yeah, so, and I let her dry out in between watering. So, but she's looking good in her terracotta. Like I said, I haven't had any more damage. No more of the leaves have gotten damaged, and she'll be fine in this pot for a few years. So I did give her a Job's fertilizer stick as well. So there's my Hoya Carry Heartleaf Hoya. And she's still looking pretty good. So that's the little plant update on her. All right. Next is my Burroughs Mark Philodendron. She had a yellow leaf that came with her, and then one leaf that was unfurling, but it was all damaged. So I'm left with 3 leaves and some growing down here. So I did transfer her into a plastic nursery pot, which I love these ones. They come, I think I had a plant from Lowe's in here. So I'm left with 3 leaves. I'm good with that. I took her out of terracotta just because she didn't have any roots. She just had aerial roots. So terracotta dries out. I had originally put her in a terracotta pot, and I just took her out and put her in this a smaller plastic pot, which, you learn as you go when you're trying to propagate. It's best to, even if you do water propagation, still put them in a little plastic pot. So then that way it keeps moisture in. And I wet her probably once a day. What I've been doing is just misting her. I mist the top layer of soil, so it's just always moist. And this is distilled water, and this is the best sprayer. This is my Mr. bottle, or whatever you want to call it, because it sprays out really good. It's an old window cleaning bottle, but I love how the mist is, because they want a lot for these misting bottles when you try to get them, but the mist is real soft. And this is just regular distilled water. This is what I mist the plants down. I don't mist them for humidity. Maybe my philodendron micans I do that with. Um, and now that it's summer, I miss a few of them just as long as it has some airflow. But I don't really do it for humidity. I do, well, except for the micans. I do it mainly to clean, spray it down, make sure no pests are on them. And then especially these new, the water propagation ones. But yeah, I just spray the top of the soil once a day. I do this. So that's just a quick little, if you want to, when you're trying to water, when you're trying to root, propagate and get roots out of them, put them in a plastic nursery pot and keep the top of the soil wet. I give it a good drink also like once a week, but I also mist it with I mist the topsoil, and it always keeps it a little bit damp, not soaking and soggy. But I've learned that helps just to keep the roots get it going, and then it's in a nice, warm, humid place near a west window, so that way those roots are getting that humidity, that sun to start growing. So I haven't checked her. I'm sure she doesn't have roots yet, but give her about a month. I'll say probably by the end of next month, she should be nice and have some nice roots. And so, yeah, this is growing out. So, but yeah, so that's just a quick little, that's what I do as far as when I get plants. We're learning as we go. The plants teach us, but to get some good roots, you want to keep them in a plastic. And even when you water propagate, it's always good to put them in plastic. So that way they'll still stay moist. And then if you don't have roots and you have aerial roots, put it in a smaller pot because there's no sense of putting it in a huge pot and there's no roots to soak up all that soil. So you're just wasting soil. It's best put it in a little pot. Then once it starts getting roots, once it starts growing, then you can transfer it to a big, huge pot. But yeah, just keep that in mind and see some of the water already leak through. So let me clean this up. Yeah, see, I didn't even I just missed the top, but it did get some water by me doing that. And I keep her on my little propagation table, which is it sitting on glass, which I'm going to do a propagation video because I need to propagate a lot of plants. So I'm going to do a video on how I propagate and where I sit them at. So that's my Burroughs Mark philodendron. I did an unboxing for her. So if you want to see that, you can go back in my videos and see. So there's her update on her. All right, now I'm going to go over the update on my Brandy Philodendron. I got these from Pepper's Greenhouse. Now, they did give me a refund for one of them because I pretty much lost most of the plant. I don't know if they were over fertilizer. That's what I'm thinking, because this wasn't just from damage, from the post office. They had some maternal damage, so I don't think it was from the outside. It was more on the inside, and a lot of the leaves were burnt and had lost a lot of leaves. So this one right here, I generally cut leaves when they are damaged like this. I cut a lot of the leaves off of here. This one, pretty much, I cut almost all the leaves off, and it's coming back together. And I put her in a little tiny terracotta and redid the soil. This one, I'm not cutting the leaves off because they're not completely dead. And plants do need leaves, especially since these ones are huge. They do need leaves to, get it together. Because I know the leaves are used to photosynthesize and breathe in stuff. So I didn't want to cut these two off. I've just left them on. I'll probably leave them on until the plant grows out and recovers. But this plant's struggling, so I don't want to give it any more stress. And especially since these are huge leaves and they're not all the way dead. It's just some crispy edges, which I'm not even going to cut off. I'm just going to leave it alone until she recovers. But I don't know if it was over fertilizer or what happened to these two, but they're coming along. It's looking like I said, they did lose a lot of leaves. So I'm just leaving it alone. And then see, this one's coming out, but it's kind of going to be a damaged leaf. So for now, I'm just going to leave them be. I repotted her and took the soil that she was out into and sat her in here. I left them, I did the little leave them for 2 weeks or a week to let them get adjusted and all that stuff. And they just kept dying, losing leaves. So I transplanted them into some good soil. And took that soil that they were in case it was over fertilizing, and now I'm just leaving them. I do have them around humidity and giving them some good sun, and they're in my kitchen, which is like the everybody loves the kitchen. I'm gonna do a kitchen tour once I get it all together. It's just been a lot going on. But yeah, so they're in my kitchen. They do get bright and direct light, and I'm just letting them adjust and get situated. And I'm sure they'll come back. They'll bounce back. I just got to give them some time. I got them, I think, the middle of June. So I'm just going to give them some time. And like I said, these leaves aren't completely dead. So I'm just going to leave them on here and let them use up those leaves use up and help the plant as much as I can, because if I'm not mistaken, like the leaves are like their skin. So when you cut off, now if they're yellow, I don't think they're dead. They're completely dead. But these leaves are not completely dead, so they're still using up. They're still producing energy and helping with something. So I'm gonna just leave them on there till the plant grows all the way completely out. Then I'll cut them off. But other than that, I just like I said, they did refund me for one of the plants. That's about it. They gave me a refund for one of the plants, but I think I spent $30 altogether for shipping in both plants. So it is what it is. I'm just gonna let them recover and see what ends up happening, and I may be able to place them both into one pot, but for now, I'm just going to leave them alone and let them do them. So that's my philodendron brandies. All right, next in line is my variegated Willfin Sansevieria, which one of the leaves were had the big, huge spots on it, and so it didn't spread. I took that leaf off immediately, slapped some rooting hormone on it, and stuck her in some good, well-draining soil. I love this cactus soil that I got from from the nursery that I got, the Hoya Carry, which they make this cactus mix, and look at all the good stuff in it, like a bunch of goodies in there. So I went ahead and threw her in this cute little pot. And she's looking good. I don't see any more of those yellow spots on her. So she's coming around. I did lose that one leaf, but I still got two, so I'm not tripping. I don't know if this is a slow grower. I don't know if this is one of the miniature ones, because they have the Dwarf Willfins, and then they have the ones that are humongous that get super tall. So we'll see. I don't know, but she's still alive. She's kicking. Gave her a good drink, and she's coming along. So I'm not mad. I don't have any more of those spots on here. She, looks pretty good. So I just give her bright and direct light as well, and she, coming along. So I'm happy. I don't see any more of those big wound, the spores. I call them spores, but it's like a fungus that Sansevierias get if water gets on the leaf. So some water probably sat on the leaf, or it might have already had them when they shipped them off. I see a lot of Sansevierias with them. So, but yeah, so that's my variegated Willfin Sansevieria. So I don't know how it grows out or what's going to happen, but I'm happy with it. So that's that. All right. So, oh, and I meant to say that Sansevieria was ordered online. Actually, it came from Indonesia, the Sansevieria Willfin. So this one I found at my local Safeway, actually. And this is a Sansevieria. Looks like this. Sorry. Sansevieria Samurai Dwarf. So this is the Samurai Dwarf. And she's doing pretty good. So far, so good in her little cute pot. So she's looking good. She's got that good, fast draining soil. Light on the water for all of them, of course. And yeah, so she's looking good. I did get her, like I said, in person. This one I picked out myself at Safeway. So this is my Sansevieria Samurai Sword, and she's looking pretty good. All right, last but not least is my Gold Flame Sansevieria that I'm just so happy with. Like I said, this was a dream plant, so I definitely think she is just a beauty. And she had them pups that I buried underneath, and look, they're coming up already. So yes, I can't believe the pups are already growing up out of here. So yeah, this is my Sansevieria Gold Flame. She's also in that good soil, which has a mixture of a lot of stuff. But yeah, so she's the last one on the list. I did order her off of Etsy, and I will be ordering more. Well, actually, more will be coming in, hopefully next week or the week after. So I'm just excited to get my Sansevieria collection together. If anyone knows, I am a true collector of Sansevierias. I love them. They're one of my favorite plants, and they just bring me joy. They're beautiful. They're the top, and then I'll say philodendron, Hoya, and then peperonia. So that's pretty much what I'm trickling my collection down to. It's only those plants. So when you won't see as many plant hauls unless I can find those particular plants that I don't have. So that's going to be my plant hauls, which a lot of them are now. I'm having to order online because a lot of these plants are rare. Like this one, I was unable to find. Now I've watched other videos and they just find all these rare plants were at their local nursery, and I have to order online because Sacramento, California, we have some good. I'm not gonna lie, like most of my Sansevierias came from my Green Acres out here in Folsom, Green Acres Nursery. I've gotten a lot of my Sansevierias at in philodendrons. So, you never know. You hit and miss. So I definitely always look at them first. And then if I can't find anything, then I go to, now my new thing is go online and order. So yeah, she's really looking good. I'm so happy that she's got these little babies popping out. I knew she had pups when I put her in, but a lot of times those pups take a while to push up out of there. So there's two, I believe there was 4 altogether. So these 2 decided they're not going to wait. So I'm happy with that. I was surprised that they started popping out. So happy that they came out, and they look like they're going to be pretty bright. She gets bright in direct light just based on because of her beautiful yellow, gold flame. It's a gold flame Sansevieria. So she's such a beauty, and I'm really glad I got her. and scored her. She was huge. This was the only one that person had. Like, she gets rare Sansevierias, but it's June like one at a time. So I have to constantly keep checking her. And so, yeah, I have more on the wish list because there's so many of them. They say there's 70 species or something like that, but there's a lot of Sansevierias. You'll be surprised. So that's it. That's my little plant update for June of 2019 of plants that I did get for the month of June. Even though I ordered a lot of them in May, but I got a lot, pretty much most of them. Well, I did get them all in June. So that's it for now. Hope everyone has a blessed weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.